Good afternoon, Cloud community, and welcome back to London, England. We're here at KubeCon+CloudNativeCon, day 3 of coverage. My name's Savannah Peterson with Rob Strechay, as usual, for one of our fan favorite segments here today, the swag segment. Now, last time we were at KubeCon, I got Rob in some Rockstar glasses and we had a sled. So I'm hoping that our contestants today slayed as much as they did in Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
On that note, you know I'm a sucker when folks involve the local community or local brands. And I was very excited when I saw Sevo's Tony's Chocoluni, because this is one of the most famous brands in sweets in the UK. And who doesn't need a little treat at the end of a long week?
Absolutely. I think that's fantastic to help people with that sugar rush that they need to get through day 3.
Yeah, you and I might need to mainline that here real quick.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think that might not survive the segment.
Yeah. Speaking of other things that are very on brand, if you know anything about the Brits, they love their tea. Very stoked that Zesty, also love their company name, Zesty gave out little boxes of tea here. There's actually multiple flavors inside, which is quite fun. Whoops, I'm just throwing tea at you now.
Raspberry pomegranate.
Are you gonna, did I just spill the tea?
Yeah, I think you spilled the tea. Very nice.
Since we had so much fun with him and we've had such a great time at Chain Guard recently. Chain Guard's got some nice socks. I know that they come up with new socks for each one of the shows, which is quite fun. And quite frankly, I'm out of socks, so I will probably be wearing these on the plane.
There you go. And their quality. I think that's the thing that you want to see in socks is quality as well.
Absolutely. Now, since we've been doing this segment for, oh my goodness, 6 KubeCons now, we have a little bit of a reputation, and I have to say selfishly, I cherish when our friends and partners bring over the swag and get the game going, especially when it's amazingly good swag. Shout out to our friends at Dynatrace. Gabby brought this over to us yesterday, and it is a full-on working mini Pac-Man arcade game. I am personally really excited. You know, sometimes I let our production team have the swag and take it home. This one's coming with me.
Nice. You know what, this would be fantastic on the airplane as well. I mean, this is just...
Oh my gosh, that's a great idea.
I would probably play this the entire way home, to put it mildly.
You know what, that might be what I have to do. I also just want to point out, if we can get a little ISO on this, that their branding is on it. So it's Dynatrace's Pac-Man game, which is an extra personal touch. You can see it there right behind. And it's pretty awesome, honestly. This is one of the most thoughtful pieces of swag I think I might have ever seen.
And I think you said that 2 years ago in Amsterdam when we were talking about things is, you know, why do something if you're not going to brand it?
Exactly.
And that's fantastic.
You want to stay front of mind every time I'm playing.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's 2-player, Rob, so you and I can go back and forth and
there
play.
We go.
Yeah,
Maybe
so
a little
anytime we're
after.
playing, we'll be thinking about Gabby and the Dynatrace team.
Absolutely.
Which is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I mentioned that sleigh earlier, and I gotta say, our buddies at Tin Tree straight up crush it every single time. I love that they go all in on the theme. This time here in London, they went all in on traveling musicians. So I have a Cube swag segment first for you. We actually have drumsticks. This is awesome. I know that we have multiple musicians on the Cube team, and I suspect folks will be fighting over these. To pair with them, they also have a custom record that they did. I don't even know what's going on here, but that is full commitment.
That is a lot.
That is a lot. It is a lot. But again, I you know, talk about branding it and remembering it. I'll always remember that they went full après-ski in Salt Lake City, that they're going full traveling.
So one other thing that is very interesting about this is that it says never mind the downtime, playing off of Mind the Gap.
Oh.
On the tube as well. So
oh my gosh, I didn't even get that. Thank
there
gosh
you go.
thank goodness you're here.
It's okay. It's one of my favorite sayings over here. So
Yes.
Mind the Gap.
I got another first for you here as well. This is a scrunchie from OffZed. I don't think I've seen too many hair products as a whole on the show. And Rob, I know we were talking about you maybe going full mullet.
Yeah.
You might be able to pull it back in this scrunchie.
I think I'll let you take that one home.
Yeah,
If I end up in that, something's gone terribly wrong in my life.
now it's going to become my goal
Yes.
to
to
get
me
you
there.
to where to get you to where. How many cocktails do I need to give you before
I don't
you're
know.
tying your hair up?
Find out later.
Speaking of being playful, our pals over at Microsoft went ahead and went super OG with their toys with the Tamagotchi. You can tell there's a bit of a theme here between the old school arcade games, old school. Actually, there's a lot of retro stuff. Big theme to the show. Everything old is new again. Not sure that I can think of something clever to tie into a theme on that, but this, if you need a game to play on your flight while I'm playing Pac-Man, we can definitely share that. One thing that's always kind of interesting, I always make it.
So one other, it's small.
Yes.
We go back to
Packable.
the packable size of things.
Rob.
It's
Great point.
branded with Azure on it. Very good.
Yeah. Oh no.
And it's a keychain.
Yeah. You know what? You're right. The utility there is awesome. Plus, bring it home for some friends, maybe your kids.
Yes.
I do always like when people are very thoughtful about that. And there is, there's CNCF Kids Day. There's a whole bunch of things. And speaking of kids, this might be the youngest piece of swag I've ever seen on the show. We've actually got a little jumper here, and I love the no downtime, all playtime that it says on there. I actually found a very nice pregnant woman while I was collecting my swag, and I'm going to go give this to her, so I know that this is going to be utilized. And again, talk about talk about inclusion. We're including even the infants in this ball game. I always make a point to go by the CNCF swag store because, as you know, I've got my Fippy hoodie from them. I got that Kubernetes sweater that you also got for your wife when we were in Salt Lake City. And I thought this was kind of fun. You know me, I got a camper van. This is a camp shirt that they've done in a really nice purple color. Obviously, the Kubernetes logo on here. So it'll be fun to rock this summer now that it's sunny and lovely. Actually, it's so warm in London today, I could probably wear this.
Yeah, exactly. On the walk afterwards.
Now, there's a lot of swag t-shirts on the show floor, one of the most common pieces of swag. And as you know, I'm a little bit of a shirt snob. It's got to be pretty good or else I'm not impressed. Yep. Although when I walked by this booth, I had to go up and introduce myself to their marketer because I thought it was so fun. From base 10, we've got artificially intelligent. I actually wore this shirt last night to bed. I'm probably going to wear it on the plane. So if you see me on the plane this weekend with this bad boy, you know why. It's also, check it out, Rob, one of our other big qualifiers. It's soft.
That is so awesome. Great quality.
Yeah, great quality. And you're always great at pointing that out on the show. If you go cheap on the swag, it's probably going to end up in the dumpster. 80% of swag ending up thrown out within the first year of being created, which is pretty dramatic when you think about it.
Agreed.
So I'm pumped about this. It looks kind of like a collegiate tee, but I will definitely be wearing this. I'm going to try and find some excuses to wear that on camera. Want to give a quick shout out to our friends at Heroku. We actually had Cody the Bear on as a guest earlier with Vish on their team, and they also have these really lovely socks. I love the purple. This industry is historically rather male dominated, and sometimes the color palette reflects a traditional boy palette. But I really like this, and like I mentioned, I'm in need of some socks this trip. So this is a particularly nice touch. Our friends over at Nutanix went super practical this time around and did laptop cases. I am actually excited about this because my laptop case is looking a little ratty, and I think it came from, with all the travel we do, they get a little worn out.
Right.
So I will be definitely using this. Love that they're doing it. They got a lot of swag at their booth as well, giving out Legos, a whole bunch of stuff. So shout out to the Nutanix folks. I also have, I saved one of the best for last. Uh-oh. So this is really cool. And I have to give the team at Squared Up a real shout out here because their activation is not only custom, but it's also very on brand. They have an app where I was able to customize my own Jedi. So I got to pick the pant colors, the t-shirt colors. She even has my little blonde hair. I got to pick the cape color and the lightsaber color. They sent me a JPEG of my custom Jedi, and I also get this custom minifig. This might be the cutest activation.
That's really neat, a little Lego type guy.
And it's awesome. You fill it out on your phone. It takes literally 30 seconds, and then they, kind of like the Domino's pizza tracker, they let you know when it's done. They have folks in their booth manually assembling them. They've got a whole bunch of Legos. So custom Lego Jedi on demand. Very excited about this. And to your earlier point about the Tamagotchi, it's small.
Yes, packable. in a little box too, which is great.
Put her, we'll put her on top
Because
of
I've
that.
seen a lot of Lego
Yes, I know, and it's
that
protected
don't come
in here,
in
which
something,
I really
and
like.
then it becomes pieces in my bag or something like that afterwards. So.
Yeah, no, exactly, absolutely. Let's see what else I've gotten here. Oh my goodness, our friends at Tintry really.
Good branding on it as well. I give them, that's great.
Oh yeah, I did want to point out, I meant to grab them earlier with the drumsticks, or with the drumsticks, I said that right. They also have guitar picks. So we've got, like I said, a lot of musicians on the Cube team, very packable, very easy to do.
Yes.
And how, I mean, talk about something you're going to see a lot. If you're looking at your hands and you're playing your guitar and you've got Tintry's branding on there, whoever, Matthew on their marketing team is actually just an absolute gem. He brought over this entire care package for us. Shout out to you, Matthew. We really appreciate you. And I'm just so impressed. I mean, I hope you get a raise this year, buddy. You're absolutely smashing it. You're absolutely smashing it on that. I think this might have been slightly more applicable had the weather not been so good here in London, but our buds over at Amazon went for the beanies with a little palm, which is a little bit fun and a little bit silly. I wonder how many of these they were able to give away, given that it is so lovely out.
It's 35 back in Boston. That would actually work. So depending on where you're going.
All right, well this one's going to you,
go.
Rob.
So yeah, definitely.
Okay, let me see if I've got anything else for you in here. Last little, in case you get a little sweaty, Tintry's got a sweatband for you while you're drumming and guitaring. So you can really do a full fit. And actually, since it's in my lap here, they went full metal with the sweaters, and it's a full matching get up in case anybody needs to stay cozy while they're rocking out with their sweatband and everything else. And then last but not least, I think it's always nice to show off, you know, CNCF does a custom shirt for every city that we're in. I was thinking about it when I was going to pick mine up, and it's free with your ticket, which is also nice. And I was thinking about it when I was going to pick it up. I now have 7 of these. This is my 7th KubeCon, which is making me feel old, almost as I say that. So here is the London branding, obviously, with 2 of the icons of this city on it, which is pretty rad.
And I like the fact that they do it in women cut in that, because I typically get it and give it to my wife. My wife happens to be here, so she got her own this time around.
Which is great.
Which is great. So I think, again, that, to me, again, when you start to look at things, the details matter in that kind of stuff.
The details matter, and the functionality and the usability of that. You know, I'm not going to wear a moo-moo of a t-shirt milling around. I work out too much for that. So I want to make sure that I can show off, you know, the guns in my fitted tee. But I do think that's a really good point. I love that they do the fitted cut. I love that there's a lot more. I noticed a lot of very gender neutral or even, you know, historically femininely branded things on the show floor, and it was really refreshing this year. So many women here. We had probably 35%, 40% of our guests were women on the show.
Yes.
And it was refreshing, honestly.
I agree. It was a lot of really strong, intelligent women on the show this year, and I think that's also because the ecosystem, a lot of the CEOs and a lot of people coming up have been going that direction, but you know, we can always use more. I mean, it's
yeah,
been
baby.
Great, so.
Yeah, always use more. All right, Rob, well, this is a really important moment. It's now time for us to select our winners for KubeCon London 2025.
I'll let you go first because I think we're both leaning the same direction, but.
I mean, okay, so it would be impossible for me not to give the gold medal here to Dynatrace and Pac-Man. I love it. It's functional. It's playful. It's also not necessarily super work-related. I can't wait to put this on my desk. I maybe even put it in my set when I'm shooting segments from home, have this in the background. I would say my runner-up, though, is the custom Lego experience. I loved how interactive it was. I love how small it is. She will also be on my desk and perhaps on my set at home.
There you go.
So that's fun. And yeah, I think the T I'll definitely use without question, artificial intelligence. But overall branding and package, again, I got to give a super honorable mention to Tintry because they just really throw down in the swag world.
I agree. I agree with all of that. And I also think the Zesty tea, because of the local flavor of it, really.
Look at you, Rob Stretche.
There we go.
Yes.
I think I give them an honorable mention as well because I like that.
Awesome.
And I'm a big tea fan as well.
Yes.
It's good for the voice.
I was just thinking, you and I
Yes.
can hear mine starting to get real raspy here on day 3.
I'm already into the tea today, so we're good.
Thankfully we have
Yes.
some, and we can have as much tea as we want. Would you agree with my order there?
I think so. I think that was dead on.
All right. Well, congratulations, Dynatrace. We are so grateful for you. Thank you for being a part of our community and always bringing us outstanding guests and really just nailing it this year. 10 out of 10, folks. Lots of great contenders. Grateful that all of this will be used by Rob and I and our production team. Rob, I always love doing this segment. Thanks for humoring me.
I think this is awesome. I love it too, and it just ties in so well.
It really does, and it brings, it allows our community watching at home or at work to be able to come and be a part of this community here
Yes.
with us.
Agreed.
Speaking of, I hope you've enjoyed this wonderful swag segment as much as we have here in London, England at KubeCon and CloudNativeCon. My name's Savannah Peterson. You're watching theCUBE, the leading source for enterprise tech news.